Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy, joined here by Mr. Casey and Mr. Cuz, and also joined by our very special off-camera guest, Mr. Corey.
Hillary.
You want to say hello, Corey?
Word.
Word. There we go. We will be doing episode 10.5 of Baghead Financial. I understand that may be confusing to some people, but you'll understand next week.
I don't understand this week.
Fair enough. Okay, the U.S. markets, just so we are understanding, have been basically trading sideways, slightly down this over the course of the week. The U.S. dollar has also lost an entire point on its chart, which rarely ever happens. So that was also strange. The entire crypto market cap means that is the only metric we have to go off of. Motherfucker, you're lucky I got broken hand. The entire crypto market cap is sitting at the time of this recording, $2.07 trillion, which is up.
Oh, crypto is up.
Yeah, I mean, over the course of the week, it's slightly up. It's only like like 10 billion. So
I'm almost back to double when I started. From what are we at, 6 or 7 months since I started?
Okay, I mean, you're talking about your entire investment portfolio.
Right.
That's fair. And once again, also at the time of this recording, BitCoin is sitting at 43.2, and ETH is sitting at 33.50.
What was it last week?
Bitcoin was sitting more closer to 40, and ETH was sitting right about 3. So like I said, it's going up. It's going up. A lot of on-chain metrics and everything have basically told the market to, hey, you know what, time to start moving. A lot of short positions got liquidated this, past week versus when it came down the prior week before, a lot of long positions got liquidated. So We'll see what continues on from there. This will be, just so everyone's aware, a rather crypto-heavy week of news. So, starting off, first story: the nation-state of Tonga plans on going the El Salvador route and changing their primary currency to Bitcoin. Thoughts, opinions? No.
Progression.
I mean, I think it's somewhat dangerous for a country to have not their own value of currency, to base their currency on Bitcoin.
But if they have no way to print it, if they have no way to print money,
well, then now you're just completely dependent on the internet, and you're completely dependent on power and electricity for your currency too. It's also in a way somewhat dangerous.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that actually is an interesting point, because they are like an island nation, I believe.
Right.
I did a little bit of research into it. I think it is 168 archipelagos. I don't know if I'm even saying that word right. That make up the nation state of Tonga.
I think there's definitely a reward factor to it, but I think there's also a danger factor to basing your currency off of a crypto coin.
Okay, well, also at the same point in time, more or less, we're going to eventually, every nation state is going to be based on a CBDC.
Right.
So it's all going to be digitalized at some point in time. Everything is going to be digitalized.
Well, wasn't there just a volcano that erupted in Tonga? And a tsunami?
I didn't hear about that.
I think, because he's talking about electricity and stuff.
Right. Yes.
That's what kind of just clicked into my head. I'm pretty sure it might have been somewhere else, but I think it was Tonga that got a volcano erupted under the sea, and it caused the tsunami to come in. So.
And not that it's likely to happen, but it's still possible if somebody
both happen.
if somebody wanted to destroy the island of Tonga and upset their economy, all you have to do is set an EMP off, and then basically their entire
Well, you set an EMP off anywhere, basically,
That's
nowadays.
true.
Guess what?
That's
it's
true.
over. It's over, done with.
That's right. Yeah.
It's total chaos.
Undersea volcano erupts. Tsunami waves washes over Tonga.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why you don't go crypto.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, what are you going to do with paper dollars? Guess what? When you drown...
I'm just teasing.
Money doesn't fucking matter at that point in time. Guess what? It's about survival. You best find the best, most buoyant boat.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Crypto.
Find a boat.
What I've always
Think
thought.
twice.
What I've always thought, anyways, is that if economy does collapse, the only thing that you can really fall back on is having or holding or being able to produce something that somebody else wants
Goods
for
and services.
for
Goods and
your ability to survive.
Survival shit like water, food,
Right.
anything like that.
There you go. You heard it here first. Moving on. So, the city of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, the mayor has decided to hold 1% of the city's usable reserves in Bitcoin.
He's going to use it, or he's going to.
They're going to take
convert it.
1% of their money and they're going to hold it in Bitcoin.
Okay.
This could possibly lead to the city of Rio moving the El Salvador route and moving to like a Bitcoin type market. Now this is very interesting because Rio is the fourth largest city in South and Central America. This is a huge adoption thing.
It's a huge tourist spot, too.
It is. So, okay, yeah, and that's a good point because you can go down there instead of worrying about exchanges and exchange rates
Right.
and, exchanging your cash because there's always a fee involved when that happens. You just pay with Bitcoin.
Yep.
And on top of that, they are also offering tax breaks for anyone who pays their taxes in Bitcoin.
It could be a
So-
genius move. Who knows?
So would it be? I don't know. It would be cheaper. So if you turned your money, what you have to pay in taxes, into Bitcoin, and then paid with Bitcoin.
But it costs money to turn your money to Bitcoin.
That's true.
Just the original exchange.
Right,
fee.
but
or,
it's not
or
that
transaction fee.
Generally speaking,
back.
it's not that much.
Or to change it back.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you sell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be a transaction.
Right.
I mean, most of the time you take money out of the bank, maybe not at your specific bank, but most of the time there's a fee just for taking your money in and out of an ATM machine, anyways.
Well, I mean, a lot of okay, let's say you got like $1,000 in your pocket, you exchange and you go on vacation. Like,
Right.
Right.
Let's just say Brazil, obviously, because we're talking about Rio and everything. They usually charge like a 10% exchange fee to exchange the U.S. dollars to the native currency.
Yeah, that's
Depending
pretty steep.
Depending on the spot, too.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
sometimes they want your fucking money.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if it's like a fucking vacational spot, they want
Mhm.
your shit. Because their shit ain't worth fuck all.
That's very,
Right.
very true. Very true. All right, so I just think that kind of leads into further adoption that is going to happen. At this point in time, it's almost inevitable.
And it's like a bet, too. Cause
It's going to become a cascading effect.
Because I'm wondering, is it a better bet? Is Bitcoin's changing better with the economy?
Okay, and that also leads us into our final story here. Okay, 70% of United States cryptocurrency holders purchased their first cryptocurrency, no matter what it was, in the year of 2021.
Really?
70%. 70%. You can't tell me. I was one of those 70%. I know you were one of those 70%. You're still not on the train yet.
I'm not. I'm still watching it.
You believe more in NFTs than you do in cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
I think.
I like the NFTs.
Which is, I think NFTs are fool's gold. To be honest with you.
Are they?
Yeah, I think.
Well, I mean, if you can mint them and sell them, that
Yeah. What do you got to lose?
that's totally something.
I wouldn't buy them.
That's it's
Yeah.
with them.
But I mean, if the supply gets outpaces the demand,
Right.
then guess what? They're not valuable anymore.
They're not there yet, though. I mean,
Laws
they're
of
booming.
supply and demand.
I have zero interest in buying an NFT.
Yeah. I mean, I like I said, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the NFT stuff, but I mean, every now and then you do hear a crazy story, like we talked about last week, with that one CryptoPunk selling for like $2.9 million.
Oh, that's not even the most expensive one.
Yeah,
Some
I'm
of the
sure
shit
it's
that
not.
this happens is just unrealistic. It's insanity.
It's crazy.
Some motherfucker like Jake Paul sells a fucking NFT and it's a fucking
Yeah.
bazillion fucking dollars. And then that motherfucker sells it for fucking a bazillion too.
The fact that anybody buys anything that Jake Paul's selling just shows the stupidity of the world.
Everybody's buying it.
I'm
Kenny,
not.
you're not.
I'm not. He's not. He's not. You're not either. I know you're not.
I steal less shit. I watch him fight stealing.
Well, you got to remember the people that have so much money, they don't give a fuck, and it's all about, oh, I own this, even though you really don't. With the NFTs.
Yeah.
It's all about having fuck you money.
Yeah, it's all about just like,
Fuck
look
you.
at me, I have this. Especially when they do an NFT where it's like one-on-one. You know what I mean? Like, that's a one-off thing. Even though the person that made it still has the licenses and shit.
Right.
If I want an NFT, I'm just doing print screen.
You don't make your own?
Fuck no.
Fair enough. Anyway, there we go. Episode 10.5 of Banghead Financial. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy, joined here by our very special off-camera guest, Mr. Corey,
Word up.
Mr. Cuz, and Mr. Casey.
I figured out what the half was.
Okay, fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen out there watching, have a lovely day.